Brought to you by my patrons. If you're lying in bed with both hands clenched over the open gut wound that is your anxiety monster, you can opt to type Y into the search bar of your local library's app. You'll get 3,120 results. It'll mostly be music, rock and pop and electronica. But the monster will refuse to listen to music, so you'll need to filter for audiobooks. That will have you scrolling through men's self-help dressed up as business or economics. The power of why. Start with why, the y-axis. And if none of this feels relevant to the gaping hole from which the anxiety monster is squawking, why do anything ever? You still have options. You could remind the monster that food carts don't have umbrellas for shade. They have umbrellas to protect the hot dogs from bird shit. But if fun facts don't distract the belly monster supreme, maybe searching for how will cough up what you're looking for. You can thumb out how. Tap the blue magnifying glass icon and you'll be back on track. By the way, have you ever used a real magnifying glass? Have you ever felt its weight as you tried to steady it over the spot in the paper you wanted to burn? Me neither. How's search results will come back with a very different story. 16,842 results. Damn, so much more to work with. How to make money, how to lose weight, how to win at sports, how to live in Iceland, how to cook a steak, how to be vegan, how to raise a kitten, recipes for everything. You might scroll down, scanning for relevant titles. There will absolutely be something in here if you just keep looking. Maybe something called How to Tame the Beast, or How I Stopped Collapsing In on Myself and instead was effortlessly happy and productive all the time. You'll find it. Just keep scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. If there's nothing quite right, don't worry. It doesn't mean the monster will win. It doesn't mean you'll spend your entire life in a recurring tug of war with this aching grief for everything every day relentlessly happening. Obviously, it means you're just going about this whole figuring out how to plug up the festering hole all wrong. This is probably one of those human connection issues. Attachment style, something, mutual aid, something, but there's no humans here. Just a dog snoring, curled at the end of the bed. You could throw down the phone. It might bounce against the mattress and land glass up. The screen, a patch of glowing white in the dark room. Even if the monster screams and howls and grasps at your insides, you could still roll on your side and scrunch your limbs into a ball around the ancient roiling pit at your core. Even if you can still feel it chewing, squirming, hot, and nope, you'll have to roll back over. Snatch the phone and Google feel empty inside. It might return people also ask, why do I feel like an empty pit? Grief, rejection, distinct difficulty finding meaning and fulfillment in life, boredom, stress, communication issues, and lack of emotional connection with others. Maybe the monster is just teething. Maybe it's an enormous galaxy-eating worm that will shred the Milky Way to space dust atom by stupid hydrogen atom if it has to put up with one more day stuck in this human egg sack. You can always open an AI assistant and type dark humor about feeling empty inside. It might reply, great news! We have several existential dread packages available for purchase. Would you like the Meaningless Void starter pack or the Cosmic Insignificance Deluxe? With any luck, the galaxy worm will go quiet, knowing it's not the only monster out there. I mean, how cringe is it to threaten an entire galaxy when you're so pervasive, so basic that a janky internet chatbot has weak comebacks about you? I could never. So maybe you just set the phone down gently this time, careful not to wake the giant. Maybe you manage to close your eyes and take a few deep breaths and wiggle the pillows into just the right formation. Or maybe you decide fuck patience and take 2 Benadryl and a melatonin to try and bludgeon your brain to sleep. Either way, you will sleep. Promise. And If you are the type to dream, you might choose to give your monster something to chew on that isn't you. Maybe you meet your monster somewhere outdoors, maybe a park high in the scrub dunes overlooking the Pacific at low tide. The sand, a carpet of pronged ice plant. An invasive, just like you. Let your monster run. Let them roll in something. It's probably gross. Don't think about it too hard. Maybe you're both monsters. Here to wreak destruction on the setting sun. Here to witness the heat death of a civilization. But your alarm beeps and you both wake up. Unfortunately, we both know that Mega Monster Worm is never truly gone. After another day of doing all those 13,000 little tasks that keep you hot glued to this here mortal coil, Monster will worm its way back in just as you're trying to rest. You, the only thing standing between the galaxy and mass destruction by Worm Chomp. You, held together by nothing more than a salted baked potato and a handful of bok choy. You, who always manages to make it to tomorrow. What better home could a monster ask for? Say hi for me when it wakes.